Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Skywind007. If you've been watching my channel, you probably saw my last review where I did the Hypertough digital deadbolt and I installed it on the door and it didn't work out. If you want to know why, go back and watch that video. So here's my second attempt at having a door that's digitally operated. So this says it's simple and safe electronic access control for your door. It says it's convenient. It's backlit. It has a hands-free locking when coming or going with optional auto lock. And that's very important because I had made that mistake where I leave the door unlocked the whole night. So had I had this, the door would have locked by itself. And it doesn't matter if somebody's outside because presumably they know the code. So let's just open it up. Let's not talk too much about it. Whoa. Very similar to the other one. So that's unlocked. Who knows? Who really knows? Okay, so I'm gonna pause the camera and I'm gonna take a look at all this and I'm gonna read the instructions. Ooh. And we'll go from there. Okay guys, so I was looking at the design of this this thing right here and I just found something quite terrifying. If you were to put this on the door, let's go to the door. For example, right now I'm installing this. If you were to put this through there and then close the door, you'd be locked and no way of getting out. And the reason why you can't get out is because you can't twist this thing. You don't have anything to twist it, so this will be holding the door locked. So I think that's terrifying. And if you were to put the other piece, now hopefully if you have this piece right here with you, now you're in a panic, you're in a state of panic because you're locked, you're probably by yourself, and you were to put this to try to twist that like that, it just spins around and it doesn't unlock. So if you're in that situation, the only thing you can do is hopefully you'll have the keys and you can put the keys in there and twist, and then you can unlock like that. And you're unlocked, so you're back in freedom. But this is terrifying that if you don't know how to do that, you can't figure that out and you're panicking because you're locked in. There's no way to twist that. You put this in there, you close the door, and you're stuck in there. So be very careful, guys. Okay, so before I start working on anything, I'm going to put something to prevent the door from closing. So this is a very old door. As you can see, everything's falling apart. Filthy, completely filthy. But anyway, you don't want to get locked in, so we're going to test this on this door and then we're going to test it outside. So let's start. First, we're going to place this in like that. It takes a lot of strength to push in. There we go. Remember, do not close the door. You will be locked in. There is no way to twist that. You can't do it with your nails. Once this pops up like that, you're locked in. So do not close the door. Make sure you have something there to prevent the door from closing. The next thing you want to do is make a decision whether your door is left-handed or right-handed. If you want to switch it, right now my door is left-handed, or I should say right-handed. But if you want to switch it to left-handed, you have to remove this screw right here. You pull it out. Pull that out. And save the screw because you're going to need it. And now you're able to rotate. You can rotate to right-handed or left-handed. So you do have options. So I'm going to leave it the way like this. This is the right-handed. You might want to leave it like that if you have a left-handed. It's a little awkward, but it's the same thing. So I'm going to leave it like this. So let's put that screw back in. And voila. Okay, so now let's just pop it in. So this goes in there, and make sure you put in the cable. Okay, so now the external part is there. But as you can see, even though I'm moving this, that doesn't move. So there's that risk of getting locked. Okay, so now let's install this plate holder right here. This goes inside. So this is the indoors. You have to put the wire through there. Let me do that off camera. Okay, so I placed the wire through there. And now you just align those two pins in those two holes. This and this has to go in there. Oh, you can't see in there. And down there. 1, 2 goes on those two pins. So let's put them in. There we go. Voila. So now we have to attach this to the, this is gonna go right here. I can't focus, but yeah, this right there is gonna attach to this, and you know the orientation because this one has that red, you see that red ink? That has to align with this red ink right there. So I'm going to do that off camera because I have to hold the camera, so I can't do it. There we go. So the two inks align. They match up to each other. So that means that you did it correctly because they're not reversible. This only goes in one direction, but you're done with that. So now it's just a matter of putting this there, and we're going to screw it up, and that's it. That's pretty much it. So this is very easy. I'm very surprised. So let's get the screws to screw that in there, and then we'll screw this to there. Okay, so here are the screws that you have to put in. It's this one and this one. I'm going to do this off camera because I can't do it on camera, but you screw them in to fasten everything up. And then you'll almost be done. Okay, so I screw them in. And now it's just a matter of putting this there. And we're gonna, let's see if we can move that wire out of the way somehow. Let's put it like that, I hope. They give you a very long wire, I don't know why. But either way, you put it like that. And then you have to pull this cover off. Let me do that off camera. Well, let me try to do it like that. I want to do it on camera. There we go. Those two holes, actually, there's the big ones. I was pointing at the wrong thing right here, and you cannot see it. But they will match up to this hole and this. This and this match up to this and this. So I'm going to do that off camera. Okay, so these are the screws that I was talking about. So I did that off camera. But you have to make them tight. And that's for the most part, that's ready. So we put the cover back on. So that's good. It's working. So outside is always locked. Okay, so now let's put the screws over here back on. So we put the top one first. I'll do this off camera. Okay, so that's there. So now let's see if you can... That's good. Okay, so now let's put the batteries in. So take the cover off. And you start putting them in. These are AAA. I don't know why they went with AAA, but they did. And now let's put the cover back on. Okay, so the default is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's interesting. In order to get this to lock, you have to leave it like this. And this is on lock mode. If you think it's locked. If you wanted to get it to unlock, you leave it like that and it'll unlock. So let's see if it'll automatically lock. Right now it's locked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's unlocked. And now let's see if it'll lock again. It locked again. Alright. Okay guys, so we have reached the end of this review. So overall this one does pass the test. I do recommend it. But it's not perfect. And the Achilles heel of this one would be this this optional auto lock, because the idea of having something be auto lock is that if you forget to lock it, it'll automatically lock. But since it's optional, if you forget to set the auto lock, it will not auto lock. So that kind of defeats the purpose of even having it in the first place. Because at some point you're going to forget to put the auto lock, so it's like not having it there in the first place. But everything else is perfect. I love it. I do recommend it, but it doesn't have auto lock, so I don't know what to say. So it's better than the Hypertough though. That one had too many alignment problems. This one doesn't have any alignment problems. So this one's very easy to set up, but it has that pitfall. So thank you for watching, subscribe, and thumbs up.